Have you ever woken up one morning, reached for the edge of your bed to stand, and something just felt off? Your legs tremble slightly, your arms feel heavier than they used to, and that cup of coffee you've made every morning for 40 years, suddenly it feels like lifting a full kettle instead of a mug. Have you ever paused while tying your shoes, not because you forgot how, but because it's just harder to bend down? Or maybe you're walking into the kitchen and you catch yourself grabbing the wall for balance. You laugh it off. I'm just tired. But deep down, something's whispering. This isn't just tiredness. Now here's the truth no one likes to talk about. After 65, your body starts to quietly betray you. Not all at once, not in a dramatic movie moment, but slowly, silently. It begins erasing your strength. This silent thief. It has a name. Sarcopenia. The gradual loss of muscle mass and power. You won't see it coming. You won't hear it knock, but you'll feel it. Every time you lose your balance, every time it gets harder to pick up the groceries, every time someone says, "You've lost weight," and it doesn't feel like a compliment, and it doesn't stop there. Less muscle means weaker bones. Weaker bones mean more falls. More falls lead to wheelchairs, nursing homes, and sometimes a hospital bed you don't get up from. This isn't fear-mongering. This is reality. And the most dangerous part? Most people think it's just normal aging. But what if it isn't? What if there was something you could do? What if the thing you need to fight back wasn't a pill or a prescription, but something as simple as what you already do every single morning? What if the secret to stronger muscles, longer independence, and fewer hospital visits was hidden in the steam rising from your coffee mug? Sounds crazy, right? But today, you'll discover the one science-backed nutrient you can easily add to your coffee that's been shown to slow muscle loss, even in people over 70. It's not hype, it's not trendy, it's not expensive, but it works if you take it seriously, and if you don't, if you ignore this like most people do, then be honest with yourself. Are you ready to be carried into a hospital room because you couldn't carry yourself across the living room? Are you really prepared for the day your grandchild runs toward you with open arms, and you have to tell them, "Sorry, sweetheart, Grandpa can't lift you anymore"? Because here's the hard truth. This isn't just about strength, it's about dignity, it's about independence, it's about staying in your home instead of someone else's facility. So let me ask you this. What's stopping you from taking action today? If you're serious about protecting your body, your freedom, then you owe it to yourself to watch this entire video. And if you're not even willing to subscribe to Elderly Spring right now, then do something else. Go to the comments and tell me why. Go ahead. Tell me why your pride is more important than your health. Tell me why you're comfortable ignoring something that could save your life or the life of someone you love. But if you're ready to fight back, if you're ready to feel stronger, steadier, and more alive than you've felt in years, then keep watching. Because what I'm about to share might just be the most important thing you add to your routine all year, and it all starts with your next cup of coffee. Let's start with something subtle, the kind of change most people ignore until it's too late. Sign number 1, the shrinking shirt. Sudden loss of muscle mass. James was 72, quiet man, used to walk 3 miles every morning, rain or shine. His daughter noticed at first. His favorite blue shirt, fitted just right last fall, now hung off his shoulders like a curtain. He joked about losing weight, maybe even called it a blessing. But here's what was really happening. James wasn't losing fat. He was losing muscle, and not just a little. After 65, your body starts to naturally strip away muscle. It's slow, it's quiet. You might lose 3 to 8% every decade. But if you're inactive, it can be even faster. And the reason? Your body starts producing less testosterone and growth hormone. Your cells stop building new protein the way they used to. It's like a factory winding down, one brick at a time. And here's the problem. Most people think this is just weight loss. So they celebrate it. They say, "Look at me, I'm slimmer." But what they don't see is the scaffolding underneath their body disappearing. And without that scaffolding, you collapse. So here's what you do. Once every 3 months, take a soft tape measure. Wrap it around your upper arm or thigh. Track it, just like blood pressure or sugar levels. And no, you don't need to bench press weights. Just doing wall push-ups or light resistance bands at home will tell your body, we still need this muscle. But that's just the muscle you can see. What about the ones keeping you upright? Sign number 2, the wobbly step, balance trouble, frequent falls. Margaret was sharp as ever at 78. She remembered birthdays. She still cooked her own meals. But then she fell, just reaching for her keys on the counter. No slippery floor, no banana peel, just a small misstep. 2 weeks later, it happened again. This time, a bruised hip. What most people don't realize is that your balance isn't just about coordination. It's about core and leg muscles. Tiny stabilizers around your hips and ankles quietly keep you standing tall. And when you start losing those muscles, your brain doesn't warn you. It just lets you fall. You see, sarcopenia weakens the very muscles that catch you when you stumble. That means even a tiny misalignment, a turn too quick, a shoe too loose, can send you straight to the floor. And what do most families do? They buy better shoes, or walkers, or install rails. But they never ask, why is my loved one falling in the first place? Now here's something simple that works. Try this. Stand on one foot for 10 seconds, once a day. It tells your body to stay alert, and add creatine monohydrate to your morning coffee. It's a natural compound found in meat, but you'd need to eat a pound of steak to get what 1 teaspoon can offer. Creatine supports muscle cells, restores strength, and improves balance, especially in seniors. Because staying on your feet, it starts long before the fall. And next, we're heading somewhere even more subtle. Sign number 3, the slippery spoon, weak grip hand fatigue. Lillian was 69. She'd hosted family dinners for over 40 years, but last Thanksgiving she started dropping her spoon, twice during the meal. Everyone chuckled. She smiled along. But that night in the kitchen, she cried. It wasn't just her grip, it was her fear. What's happening to me? Here's the truth. Grip strength is one of the strongest predictors of how long you'll live and how well you'll live. Studies have shown that seniors with low grip strength are at a significantly higher risk for disability, hospitalization, and even death. Why? Because your grip is a reflection of your total body muscle health. It's the frontline warning system. But what do people usually say? It's just arthritis. I slept on it wrong. They dismiss it, delay it, and by the time they realize it's serious, jars stay sealed, shoelaces go untied, doors stay closed. Here's what you can do right now. Buy a simple hand grip strengthener from any pharmacy or online. Use it while watching TV. Start slow, 5 minutes a day. And in your morning coffee, add collagen peptides. They dissolve quickly, have no flavor, and they help rebuild the connective tissues between your joints and muscles, because strength starts in your hands. But sometimes, the signs aren't physical, they're hidden in the kitchen. Sign number 4, the vanishing appetite. Poor nutrition protein deficiency. Robert always had an appetite, a big plate of eggs in the morning, grilled fish for lunch, but lately, he'd take 3 bites and say he was full. His daughter thought maybe it was the summer heat or a stomach bug. But months later, he looked thinner. His arms were soft. His back was hunched. He was starving, without even realizing it. After 65, your taste buds dull. Your stomach empties slower, and the brain's hunger signals weaken. It's a cruel trick. And protein, the very thing that keeps your muscles from falling apart, most seniors get less than half of what they need daily. And here's the worst part. Most people think appetite loss is normal. They say, oh, he's just eating lighter now. But behind that light eating is the foundation of your body, breaking down. So here's what works. Add 1 scoop of whey protein isolate into your morning coffee. It mixes in smoothly, no weird taste. And just one scoop gives you as much protein as 3 eggs. It's fast, it's easy, it's powerful, because feeding your muscles isn't just about meals, it's about survival. Now let's talk about what happens when you feel like doing nothing at all. Sign number 5, the sofa trap. Constant fatigue, low motivation. Henry was once the go-to guy on the block. He fixed everything, cleaned gutters, trimmed hedges. But lately, he was taking 2 naps before noon. He wasn't tired from doing too much. He was tired from doing nothing. This isn't just laziness. This is muscle fatigue. When your body has less muscle, your energy tanks. Why? Because muscle is where your mitochondria, the energy centers, live and work. Lose the muscle, and you lose the fire inside you. But here's what's scary. Most people don't realize they're in this trap until it's too late. They start skipping morning walks, they stop going outside, and soon, they stop being themselves. What helps? First, movement. Even stretching in your chair sends a signal to your brain, we are still alive. Second, add L-carnitine or MCT oil to your coffee. L-carnitine supports energy production in your cells. MCT oil gives you clean, fast fuel. No crash, no sugar spike. Just steady energy that seniors can actually absorb. Because being tired isn't a personality trait, it's a symptom, and now you know the signs. But knowledge means nothing if you don't act on it. So, what are you going to do about it? Now that you know the signs, you might be thinking, is this happening to me? Or worse, is it already too late? Let me tell you something real. Losing muscle isn't about looking fit. It's not about six-packs or gym selfies. It's about freedom. It's about dignity. It's about walking to the bathroom on your own at 2 a.m. without fearing a fall. It's about being able to open your own medication bottle, tie your shoes, pick up your grandchild and feel safe doing it. This isn't vanity. This is vitality. And here's what breaks my heart. Too many seniors start shrinking, not just physically, but emotionally. They get quieter, more withdrawn. They stop raising their hands for help and start silently adapting to a smaller world. One room, one chair, one slow shuffle to the window. But listen, this doesn't have to be your story. Muscle loss is not the price of aging. It's the consequence of ignoring the signs. The truth is, your body is still listening. It may be slower, it may need a little more encouragement, but it's listening. And if you start now, if you give it the fuel it needs, it can still respond. You don't need a new gym membership. You don't need fancy powders from overseas. You don't need to be a bodybuilder. What you need is a simple shift in mindset. And one small decision, repeated each day. That cup of coffee you already make, that ritual you never miss, it can become a weapon in your fight against frailty. Just one scoop of the right nutrient in that mug, and you've told your body, we're not giving up, not today. Because it's not about reversing time, it's about preserving the years you still have and making them count. It's about staying on your feet, staying in your home, and staying in control of your life. So if you've seen these signs in yourself or someone you love, don't brush it off. Don't wait for the next fall to take action. Don't wait until the walker becomes the wheelchair or the stairway becomes a stranger. Start now. Start small. And know this. You don't need a miracle. You don't need to be lucky. You just need to be willing. Willing to learn, willing to try, willing to fight for yourself. And it all begins with a spoon and a mug and a little faith that your best days aren't gone, they're just waiting for you to show up. So let's take a breath and look back on what we've uncovered today. We talked about 5 signs, 5 whispers your body sends before the loud crash comes. First, the shrinking limbs, when your favorite shirt starts hanging loose, not from weight loss, but from disappearing muscle. Then, the balance that fades, the subtle shift from walking tall to catching yourself on walls. Third, the grip, the spoon that slips, the jar that won't open. and that quiet fear of asking someone else to help. Fourth, the vanishing appetite, when your plate looks full, but your body feels empty. And finally, the fatigue, the kind that seeps into your bones and makes even getting dressed feel like a task. These are not random signs. These are invitations to take action. And the answer? It doesn't begin in a hospital. It doesn't begin in a lab. It begins in your kitchen. Your morning coffee, that moment of peace, that familiar warmth in your hand, can become your first line of defense. With one thoughtful addition, creatine, collagen peptides, whey protein, MCT oil, your mug can become your medicine. So here's what I want you to do. If you've ever added something to your coffee for health, share it in the comments. If you've seen one of these signs in yourself or in someone close to you, speak up. You might think your story is small, but it might be the exact thing someone else needs to hear today to take their first step. And if you've watched this far, if something inside you stirred, then don't just nod and scroll. Like this video if it helped you in any way, and more importantly, subscribe to Elderly Spring. Because you deserve a place where your health isn't an afterthought, where your age is seen as a season, not an ending, where your strength, your independence, your life is still worth fighting for. And if for some reason you're still on the fence, if you've made it all the way to the end and still haven't clicked that button, then I challenge you to scroll to the comments and tell me why. Why would you choose to walk away from a place built to help you feel stronger, smarter, and more in control of your health? Don't just leave. Explain it. Because the truth is, the people who don't subscribe, they're the ones who come back later, after the fall, after the hospital, after the regret, wishing they had started sooner. But you don't have to be one of them. So hit subscribe. Not for me. Not even for this channel. Do it for your knees. Do it for your back. Do it for that moment when your grandson runs up to you, arms open, and you can lift him without thinking twice. You still have time. Stay strong, stay curious, and always, stay spring-hearted. I'll see you in the next one.